I opposed universal health care until my aunt's cancer shattered me. I used to never worry about health care because I've always had great insurance. But 7 months ago my life changed. My Aunt Sue, 60 years old and full of life, started having chest pain and shortness of breath, so she hurried to the doctor while her work coverage was still active. Tests showed a small tumor in her right lung, and they said we needed a biopsy right away. But 2 weeks later, her job insurance ended, and everything stalled. We scrambled for options. She applied for Social Security disability and got denied. Her daughter Emily even transferred custody of Nate, her 4-year-old boy, to Sue so she could finally qualify for Medicaid. Only after 6 long months did she get coverage again. We rushed back in for CT scans, PET scans, and biopsies. The news was a gut punch. Stage 4 cancer that had spread to both lungs and beyond. Inoperable and incurable. They told us she didn't have much time left. Watching her suffering and realizing how close she came to falling through the cracks shattered me. I felt ashamed that I'd scoffed at universal healthcare debate without ever seeing what it really costs when people lose coverage. I went online hoping to share my change of heart and maybe spark some real talk. Instead, I got met with cold insults from strangers who didn't care about my aunt's pain or my newfound empathy. It hurt to admit I was wrong and then get attacked for it. It made me sadder than my aunt's diagnosis. Spending hours on hold with government offices made my heart skip every time the phone rang. My cousins whispered we'd pay thousands out of pocket. This ordeal stripped away any illusions about fairness in a system linked to jobs and wealth. The worst part is how easily we shut each other down instead of opening up and learning. I'm not a perfect person and I don't claim to have all the answers. But if one thing can come of this mess, I want people to see what happens when you wait months for care you desperately need. And to realize that treating each other like enemies doesn't solve problems. We need to bridge these divides, not widen them. I wish my aunt more time, but for now, I'll do my best to share her story. And maybe, just maybe, change a few minds. A story from Melissa 0969.
I feel your pain, the OP, and I admire how you opened your heart to see the human cost of our healthcare system, turning guilt into compassion and action for those who suffer silently.
I can't decide whether to shake the OP's hand or challenge her, because this healthcare trap ensnares us all and her delayed awakening feels like a survival instinct in a rigged game.
I swear healthcare bureaucracy is like a clingy ex who promises forever and disappears when you need them most. And the OP just found herself ghosted by a system we pretend can't break hearts.
The OP's heartbreak is tragic, but useless unless she stops moaning and channels that pain into forcing real reform instead of hunting for sympathy online.